What's going on, people? Welcome back to another video. And tonight, breaking news has come from the Premier League earlier on that unfortunately that all the games between Newcastle and Sheffield United and all other Premiership games and EFL, the Women's League, the Scottish Premier League, etc., have all been postponed until April the 3rd, 4th at least. And it's just the coronavirus is going around. It's been happening for the last couple of weeks. And we have now decided, or the FA's decided, that to suspend all games until further notice, which for me, I think is the right decision because this should have got done a couple of weeks ago. It happened in Italy. They started it off, then it spread out to Spain, Austria, Denmark, France, and different countries. And now it's taken a couple of weeks to come to this conclusion. So the game's definitely off tomorrow, and also next week's FA Cup game against Manchester City at St James's Park in the FA Cup quarterfinals. So that's off as well. So the fact of the matter is, all the players that's been told to stay away from the club, and they have been given special training which you can do away from the stadio, and that's how it's going to be. Now, there's a couple of players that's been tested positive the last few days. Mikel Arteta, also head coach, was tested positive last night around about 11 o'clock. And the further news I'm hearing that he's getting better. So that's good news. And Chelsea's Hudson-Odoi, he's another player that's got tested positive, and he sent an Instagram message today saying that he's going to be okay. So I'm pleased that he's getting better. Other players such as Everton Football Club, a couple of their players has had it. And Bournemouth, Leicester, and a couple of their players already got it as well, which is not a very nice sight. So just to let you know, breaking news that all Premier League games, EFL games, etc., have all been suspended until April the 3rd and 4th, at least. But in my opinion, I think it'll go a bit longer because this could take months to get rid of and sort out, which isn't great. And I hope it gets all out. Right, on to the press conference reaction from Steve Bruce. He had a press conference and coronavirus is top of the list and some injuries as well. And he's basically saying that you can't have a game with an empty stadium. You have to have 52,000 people there because playing behind closed doors isn't viable. It isn't ideal. And I have to agree with him because people pay their season tickets and people bought tickets for the FA Cup game and you're not going to get any action. So, and the club's been told the fans to keep hold of their tickets in case the dates gets changed to a later date. So, and this is what Steve Bruce have to say in his press conference today. If I could just find it out for you. And he's basically saying that about the injuries first, that Kieran Clark is recovered from an ankle knock. Martin de Broca is going to be out for weeks with a ligament strain. Andy Carroll's still out injured, well, we already knew that. And he was quite looking forward to the game tomorrow until this breaking news came up after 11 o'clock today. So there is going to be no football game tomorrow. And it is a shame because we could have done with it. I just found what he's trying to say. Right, this is what Steve Bruce has to say. It's a strange and difficult for everybody, not just involved with football. He added, it's something we all shake our heads, as it's quite incredible. We are prepared for the game. People talk about being behind closed doors, but if we ever play football, it's for one thing, support us. And he's quite rightly right on that one. And the welfare of them obviously comes for anything. It's a difficult situation for all. And we obviously are waiting for a phone call in the next couple of hours to see where we're at. Well, we know about it because the game is going to be postponed. He also added, it's all about supporters and the welfare is more important than anything. The idea ideal. Playing in front of nobody doesn't appeal to her, and I agree with that, because you can't play football without any fans, especially when you pay that season tickets, and it's not right. He also said, you suspend and wait until you get the all clear. I think it's the only viable solution to do. Now, when you got players and managers who are affected by it, how are they going to get to play their games? I don't think there's any alternative. So, Steve is right on that point. You cannot have games like that. So all we have to do now is just have to sit back and wait for further news after April the 3rd to see if the games can go. My idol is, if it does go ahead, it could go back a month, so it could end in May or even possibly June. So there'll be no Euros 2020 this year. That could be put back to 2021. So it could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. But like I said, health comes first, is priority, because football can be a second. There's also be again football, but health is number one priority. So again, see what happens on that one. So let me know what you think. If you leave a comment down section down below, do you think the Premier League, EFL are correct to cancel? And also, do you think Steve Bruce is right in his comments? So subscribe if you're new. I've got 90 subscribers in a minute, so give us some more. And hopefully, I'd love to hear from you. Until then, away the lads.